You found out from the now conscious Milivoj that he himself had stolen the bones in exchange for 50 gold and a locket at the behest of one Henrik van der Wert, the coffin maker. He was told to put the bones inside of a cart outside of Bludo Korgarov's house, near Watcher House. You then decided to take the bones and bodies stuffed in the trunk of the attic of the orphanage to the church, where Father Lucian would take care of them. Father Lucian sent you with Jeska, his lone altar boy, to fetch the coffin maker to take care of these bodies. You decided to travel with Jeska to the coffin maker's shop, and the coffin maker said he would be at the church later that evening. Before leaving, y'all asked Jeska if he knew where Bluto would be, and you were told he would probably be at the building with the wave on the sign. Remembering that the Blue Water Inn had such a sign, you began to make your way back there, though there was a slight detour at the Cracked Anvil, a smithy with very paltry wares. You did eventually make your way to the inn. At the inn, you were told Pluto hadn't been by in a couple of days, but his house was just up the road on the northern side of Valaki. He'd either be there or fishing. At his house, his neighbor, a crotchety old woman, said he hadn't been home in over a day. Probably out fishing, were her words. So the party headed to the lake, where you watched him from shore for a couple minutes before he threw a burlap sack over the side of his boat into the water. Holland and JR made their way out and asked, "What was that you threw in the water?" "Oh, just my good luck charm," he said. "What's your good luck charm?" "Oh, just a Vistani. They're good luck, I hear." Without question, JR dove into the water, trying to grab the sack that had gone under, but the murky water proved to be his undoing. He was not able to find it. Furious, he climbed back into Bluto's boat, questioning him, but Bluto's lack of caring just drove him further and further into his anger before it overtook him and he shot the man dead. Back ashore, the party questioned JR's actions before Holland and Largo rowed out to the center of the lake themselves to investigate. Meanwhile, Val saw an abnormally large elk on the other side of the lake. Doing nothing else, he decided to investigate. And as he followed and approached this elk, it changed into the form of a crazy-looking man who began to shoot him and scream and tell him not to take his toenails. Val remained calm despite being shot at several times, and this seemed to make the man trust him. He took trust Val. He took Val into his mansion, where they were waited on, able to eat a meal, even got a little hole patched on their clothes. The man seemed to forget his guest, however. Val left him a note, saying they'd hope they'd be able to return one day. The party just regrouped on the other side of the lake and made camp for the night. Before late into the night, a horde of zombies came upon them. And that's where we left off. Largo, I believe it was your turn.
Because they're still, except for one, feared of me.
Yeah, they're still turned. This is the one that is not turned. So he,
So, ZO2?
yeah.
Okay.
So it shuffles back towards camp, but they don't shuffle very quickly, so still a fair amount away. Val.
Do I have any on me yet?
No, none are within melee range.
And Largo's still beside me, right?
Yes.
Alrighty, I am going to hold action, and if any of them come within melee, I'll go ahead and attack.
Okay. JR.
Can I now see ZO2?
Nope.
Okay.
He was a good distance away.
Okay. I'm gonna hold or concentrate on Eldritch Blast until I can see him. And then I'll just go ahead. I'll shoot him. So concentrate until I see him.
Holland.
Can I get up on the closest one?
If you dash. Did you hear that?
No, I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. I said if you dash, you could.
Oh, then I'll stay where I am and I'll just hold my action until somebody gets within 5 feet.
Okay. Largo, I'm going to assume you're doing nothing until something crazy starts happening.
Yeah.
Alright, I believe JR was the only one holding action until he could see the creature, and as it shuffles back into the light of your dim campfire, that would trigger you, JR.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Wrong way. Okay. Alright, it crumples in a heap to the ground.
And it stays down, right?
It stays down.
Okay.
Anything else for you, JR? Oh, sorry, it's not your turn.
No, because it was kind of a reaction. Plus, it wasn't really my turn.
Well, everything's going slow. Okay, Val, are you
Val.
continuing to wait until something gets in melee range?
Can I draw a dart out and wait for it to get within dart range this time?
Sure.
That sounds good to me.
JR, now it's your actual turn.
All right. I'll just Eldritch Blast. Do I have to do it at disadvantage if I can't see them, or
What does the spell say?
toward a creature within range?
Okay,
It
so
doesn't say that I have to see.
so you have plenty of range. So yes, you would need to do it at disadvantage. If we had a map, I would make you pick a square, but we don't. So I'll just assume you're going towards one.
Woohoo!
Oh no, it works out in your favor. Mm-mm. From my dad.
Oh shit! Oh, hold on.
You want to do cast instead of spell.
Cast.
And I want to be on the right thing. There we go. Okay. That actually hits.
Wait, what?
What?
They're piles of rotting corpses. Almost as easy to hit as a bat.
How's everyone looking, by the way? How's everyone? Anybody get beat up during this encounter on our team?
Val came back to camp looking a little rough, but not too rough.
I look rough, but I'm gonna keep fighting.
And Largo, how you looking?
Fine. Handsome as the day is long.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Holland.
On Holland?
Yeah.
You don't have enough spells, lads.
Oh, womp womp womp. Let me just type in the 1d4 plus 3. I'll press I next and then roll the 1d20. Or the healing.
Okay. Holland, you'll get 7 hit points back, and it is your turn.
Okay, has any come forward that I can see or no?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, then I'll move forward 30 feet and try and find, try and listen and see which direction they're making noise from. See if I can find them.
Okay. They're not exactly being stealthy, so you can try to shoot. Of course, you won't have line of sight, so you'll have disadvantage.
I don't really want to drop my greatsword, because if I do, I won't really be able to pick it up again.
Okay, so just kind of like just listening, standing attentive.
Yeah, just kind of
Okay.
trying to figure out which direction they're at, and then be ready for an attack if it comes.
Okay. So you've moved up towards the front, a little away from your friends.
Yeah, a little bit away from everybody else. And I'll end my turn. Can I, before I end my turn, can I hold my action until somebody attacks me?
You can.
An attack action?
Yeah, you haven't used your action, so if you want, you can.
Okay, then I will do that. I'll hold my attack action until somebody attacks me.
Val, you still holding on to that dart?
Yes, indeed. Holding and gazing.
JR.
I want to shoot a pew pew.
You can certainly try. I mean, you'll definitely shoot it. Whether it connects with anything is another matter. Haha. So that hits.
Man, come on. What a pain.
Yeah, but we'll
Very
keep you
true.
anyways.
Okay. End turn.
Stand ready.
Okay. Can I try and move towards the closest one I can hear
You can.
and try and get up on him?
You won't be on him yet.
But I'll be able to see him?
You have dark vision? Yeah, you do. So, yeah, you could see him about 60 feet away from you.
Okay, then I need him to make a wisdom save.
What am we saving from?
Toll the dead.
To the dead. He's super smart. That was a 9.
I don't believe he's taken any damage, so I believe it's just
He
1d8.
has. This is the only one that's up that's taken damage. So it would be the full.
Okay.
He's been pew-pewed a few times, as the technical term is.
Eight necrotic.
Okay. What else for ya?
And I'll end my turn.
Sounds good. JR.
One within view?
Nope.
Damn.
You're blind.
Pew.
But you're still so deadly.
It's luck, though.
Is deadly the word? That seems a little
If he
insensitive.
can tell it's there, he can kill it.
How about life
I mean,
challenge?
like, it is hitting. This is hitting.
So Holland, you see this blast of force come out from behind you, whiz past your shoulder, and impact this creature who falls to the ground. And then, as if pulled by invisible strings, he crawls back up.
Ugh. I have a question.
I might have an answer.
How long has the what is the ability that Largo used? Is it still affecting?
You're not sure? You can't see any of the creatures? You could certainly ask Largo.
Largo, is your ability still activated or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll walk up to this one and give it a smack with my greatsword.
It's still 60 feet away.
It's still how far?
60? 60?
Oh, then I'll move up 30 and hold my action on my turn until somebody attacks me.
Okay. Just checking in on you, Largo. Make sure I'm not skipping you too many times.
Is there anything within range of me?
No, nothing within range. Well, what's your range?
Like 30 feet, I think, or
Oh,
60.
no.
Let me check. Even if it's 60 now?
Even if it's 60, no.
Okay, perfect. Then they can do whatever they want now.
Yep. But it's going to take them a while to get back. They've
Right.
been gone for a minute. You see the one in front of you, Holland, shuffle up and stop 10 feet from you. Val, checking on you.
I still can't see any, right?
Nope.
I'm good.
JR.
Kobe.
Oh.
Pops him, and he pops right back up.
Come on.
Awful joke time, unlike Kobe.
Oh! Too soon.
Oh.
Holland, you're
That
10.
last part was just, it was so unnecessary.
I'll move up and hopefully I'll be able to get within 5 feet.
Yeah, like I said, he's 10 feet from you.
Okay. And I'll give it a good smack.
Let's see. You smack him. I am so sorry, that was the wrong button. You can still do stuff.
That's okay, that's all I needed to do was attack.
And he pops back up. One of his arms kind of stays on the ground, but he's still up.
As a
Sorry.
let me just ask this real quick. No, it's fine. I'm within the firelighter.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The only one who
I wouldn't want to.
The only one who isn't
Okay.
is Holland.
Okay. I just wouldn't want to leave the light because I don't have dark vision.
Right. Holland, you are slammed into by this creature for 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Val, still good?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait here.
Okay. JR. Calculator.
Wow.
There's nothing in range.
Oh, wow. They're that far away?
Yeah.
If I were to move 30 feet up, there's no range.
No still out of range. Not that you can see. But
But
you,
if they were, you would have killed them.
yeah, totally. You throw that out there and meets darkness.
Hits that darkness real good, huh?
Oh yeah. I attack the darkness. Holland?
I'll give the guy another good smack.
Perhaps. He stays down.
He stayed down.
Yep. He went down and he stayed down. So it was a good smack.
Okay. I'll try and head towards the next sound that I can hear of zombies.
It's far off into the distance. You hear a faint.
Oh. Well, if they're not anywhere close, then I'll head back to everybody else.
Okay, so you start making your way back. It'll take you. If you're just walking, it'll take you a couple turns.
Yeah, I would just walk.
Okay. Checking in on you, Largo?
Nothing within range.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm good. I'm just waiting it out.
Okay, just checking.
Waiting it out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you, JR. JR, would you like to do anything?
How far is Holland from me?
He's about 70 feet. Oh, sorry, he moved 40 feet.
So he's 40 feet away?
That sounds right. Probably. We don't deal in certainties here.
Huh, okay. I'm just gonna move up. I'm just gonna move up 30 feet. Keep it simple.
Okay, that'll put you just outside of the firelight.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna try and just stay kind of close-ish to him. That's all.
Okay. So you kind of step out of the firelight. Your eyes are huge, and you're just like, Holland? Because if I recall, I don't think you had dark vision, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But I do have light armor.
I've got dark vision, so if they come within
Wonk,
60, I
wonk,
can.
wonk. Well, being in the light, you are limited to the range of the light. If you step out of the light, you get that extra 60 feet. It's kind of like, when you're in a dark room and you're looking at your phone and it's really bright, and then you try to look back at the room.
Ah, fair.
I'll just continue moving towards the group.
That's the trade off of dark vision. It has to be dark to get that vision.
That's the best way I've heard somebody put it. Good job. Okay, so Holland, you pass up JR. Oh no, you're 10 feet from JR. Sorry. Math is no. You pass up JR because he moved 30 feet and you were 40, so 10 feet would put you even with him.
Okay.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah.
I feel like that scene from It's Sunny in Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he's got the like strings and shit in the pins. And I'm just like, they're somewhere on here. So to expedite this, it's not. We're gonna have the time that it took for them to come out instead of just skipping all the way to round 20. They're gonna be within 60 feet right here, Largo. On your turn.
Who's gonna be within 60 feet?
Brains.
Ah,
Secret flame. That's a dex save.
Look out for that 2 damage.
I mean, these guys are so dexterous. Like,
I said that and my daughter started laughing.
she already gets it.
Aww.
Ha!
She's like, loser, 2 damage.
Yeah, says the zombie who has a -2. Okay,
he
this
says
one.
nope.
This one's within 40 feet. And so are any of the ones that are come. Val.
Disadvantage dart throw.
Any particular number? Darts have a range of 20, 40?
26.
Okay.
So that's why it's at disadvantage.
So you can
But
hit
I'll
any of
go
them.
for 9 sounds good to me.
9. I guess because you didn't have your dart equipped.
Oh, it's because I'd have to update again. I got it. I'll just roll.
Yeah, it didn't update with them equipped.
I don't know the difference between unarmed strike 1 and unarmed strike 2. You gotta put 1d20.
One's monk and one's strength.
Oh. Well, thank you for pointing that out. That makes perfect sense.
You're welcome.
Waiting on that disadvantage. It still hits miraculously. Ooh, that's a pretty damn good hit.
Nice.
JR. 4 and 9 are within 40 feet. The rest are within 60 feet. Also, I'm going to kill your child right now.
Okay, I'll shoot at 4.
Okay.
That got dark quick, by the way.
Oh, she's yelling in the other room, and I'm just like, "Argh." She does this every stream. It's because they're not paying attention to her.
Killer kitty.
That's a lot of 8s, my friend.
That's like my 5th 8 in a row. I think.
Go back to the
I don't-
20s.
Not counting, but.
Also, why are you rolling with disadvantage?
Oh wait, it shouldn't have been. Well, either way, it would have been 9 to hit.
Oh, we lost Holland.
Oh jeez,
He's back.
I rolled too many 8s. He left.
8's is the number of the beast.
Sorry, I dropped my phone.
Anything else, JR?
That's
And your turn. Alright.
okay.
Holland. The closest one is 40 feet. Actually, I think all of them are 40 feet now.
Okay, then I'll move up 30 feet
All except 6.
and I'll cast Toll the Dead.
Pick a number, any number but 6. Actually, you could pick 6 if you want. 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9.
4?
Okay. $13. What's your DC? Hello? Holland, did you die?
That saves.
He mocks you. Really, he's just drooling, but it's in a mocking manner.
My save is so low right now.
Welcome to low levels. Now they're all within 40 feet. Largo.
How many are there?
5. Arranged in a semicircle, coming your direction.
It's technically my last first level spell.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bless myself, Val, and Holland.
Blessed. Y'all are too blessed to be stressed.
Who all got?
Not you.
Okay.
She's like, shut up, you didn't. Just accept it.
I mean, no, I'm fine. I've rolled like an 8 for like 5 in a row, so I'm,
I'm
I'm
fine.
almost 8 for 8.
It's fine, guys.
Big old minotaur snot. Anyways, focusing. Let's see. Holland is up front. It's gonna go for him. Does a 16 hit?
Holland.
Holland, where are you?
Holland.
I'm gonna say it hits.
I'm AFK.
Well, we'd all be out of armor, right? So if it's a 16,
Yeah.
I think it's 12. I don't know what his dexterity is.
That does sound right.
He would have actually been the only one in armor because he was on watch. I'm gonna update his character sheet. Okie dokie.
He should be fine.
I'm sure it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just don't die.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Or not. Live it.
But seriously, I don't want to die. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I'm on 9. 9 got hit by Val. So he's going to come up, and he can't get on you, so he's gonna pass by JR. But he's gonna
Okay,
make
I'm
eye
back for a
contact the
second.
whole time.
Oh.
He's looking straight at you, Val, as he completely misses JR. He's like, yeah, you like that?
I don't like it.
Speaking of not liking it, it's your turn. That was a horrible
So how
segue.
far away are they?
Let's see. There's one on Holland, one on JR. And so they're about.
Real quick, Rebecca, how far is Holland from us?
He only moved up a little bit, so he's about 20 feet. And
Oh,
then,
okay, he would have been within range then. That's fine. I just wanted to check.
yeah, you're good for bless. So 20 feet for the two close ones, JR and Holland, and then 40 feet for the far ones.
Alrighty, I'm tossing one at the one in front of Holland.
Okie dokie. That would be number 4. I think. Yeah. God damn.
What?
I'm blessed. Too
Yeah.
blessed to be stressed.
You're not wrong, but goddamn.
That's almost a 30. He rolled really well.
I was just trying to beat, the second digit being an 8, so that was my whole goal. The 20 doesn't matter. It's just over an 8.
The shade is strong today.
I
JR, you have one in melee.
don't care if it's 28 or just 8. As long as it's over 8. 38.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll roll a 38.
Just don't roll a 7 after saying that, like me. Oh, I feel like someone's gonna die today.
Dies.
Oh my dearest Scott. That was the worst. Rapier, since I have one within range.
Yeah. Spear that.
Hiya.
Yes, that will hit.
Very good.
Well, it's not an 8 or a 28, but it is an 18. So
Still stuck on those
Thrust
8s,
parry. Riposte.
I am just trying to be consistent. Can I just be consistent?
He did 8 damage.
You're doing a great job of it. There's even an 8 in damage.
Yeah.
Like, it's your lucky number.
Maybe you should eat something.
These zombies. Oh, does that zombie go down, or is he still kind
Nah, he's still right there, drilling in your face. Making eye contact with Val. Like, yeah.
There goes.
8 is coming up on the other side of Holland. For 7 damage. That's a pretty good hit.
That hits me.
Hey, you're back. Okay, so take your 7 damage.
Yes.
Eat your oatmeal. I mean, pain meal. Seven's gonna come up on the other side of JR. And also make eye contact with Val. For no reason other than solidarity.
Val is wildly uncomfortable.
What's new?
Very true.
JR, you're also taking 7 damage. Don't give me that sigh at me in that tone of voice.
I was doing just fine up to this point. Hadn't been scratched yet. You ruined my streak.
I ruined it, yeah. Holland, you have 2 in melee range on you.
I'll hit 9.
9 is on JR. You have 4 and 8.
Oh. And I'll hit whoever hit me last.
That would be 8.
I believe that's 8. And I believe that's a miss.
You know, surprisingly, it is a miss. First time y'all missed in a while.
You have a
First miss.
D4.
Oh!
Oh, that's right. I need to roll a D4.
I was just about to jump on that.
Like, hey, remember that thing you have that I don't have?
You should use it.
Alright,
But
you
now
hit.
I think that hits.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot.
So, 6 damage. What else? What else?
And that'll be the end of my turn.
6 is looking around at all these zombies on, like, 2 per person, and then he looks over and he sees 2 without zombies on it, and he's like, I'll wait patiently. So he goes around on the other side, not like within melee range of Holland, but just past him on the other side of one of the zombies. He's like, yeah, that buffet looks new, looks fresh. So he's 20 feet from y'all, and he's just looking hungrily in your direction. Largo. Alright, so a 10 will hit. You come up and you bring your dagger up and stab him in his greedy gullet. Number 4 is on Holland. You're going to take 7 bludgeoning damage, Holland,
And I'm unconscious.
knocking you unconscious. Number 9 is on JR.
No.
He respects that.
Yeah, that no worked.
No means no.
It-
Val.
yeah.
I'm gonna move up on the one Largo went, and I'm gonna use my short.
Alright. That will definitely hit these unarmored rotting corpses. Okay.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna hit him with an unarmed attack because I'm.
Alright, so you slice down and then you pop him real quick, splintering where his nose used to be. For 5 damage. Bringing us to JR. JR, you still have 2 on you.
I still have 2 on.
Oh, well, you have 2 now, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I'll attack with a rapier.
The same one you were attacking last time, or the new one that came up?
Oh, wait a second. Actually,
Actually.
healing word is a bonus.
Bonus action.
Bonus action for 60 feet.
Yeah. Could
They
I
were
cast
all
that
ready
at
for
second
that.
level and still make my attack, or no?
I don't see why not.
You got this.
Hey. Pew.
I think that brings us to the last of your spell slots, right?
Yeah, this will be the very last one.
You didn't tell me who you're attacking.
Which one looks the lowest?
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Hiya!
I'm assuming this is going at Holland
Correct.
or
Would
yourself.
have been guaranteed 12 from me.
We're not all
Oh.
clerics, Largo. We didn't all pray for 2 years.
But we could be.
I mean,
Some of us went out and
he's
performed.
gonna get back up with a good chunk at least.
Or is he?
I got scared. I'm
Anyways,
sorry.
are you done with your turn?
I may have to start doing some of that praying.
Let's see. 8 is on Holland. Who is prone? He goes back down.
Oh yeah, I'm unconscious again.
He's like,
What?
hey, oh. Bringing us to 7, which is on JR. And he's still respecting that no. He's like, nah, no.
I just can't.
No means no.
Holland will make a
Death
death save, which I will do in secret because
Oh my
secrets are
God.
great.
No.
Sounds good to me.
I'm having Vietnam flashbacks over here.
I mean, just cast heat metal on.
He's the only one that's probably wearing metal right now too.
Well, no. Light
We
armor.
were trying to get the zombie off of you. Just. That'd be so rude.
They can't bite you if the metal is hot.
That's
True.
true. That's true.
Number 1 is the one that number 1. Number 6 is the one that Largo and Val is attacking. And let's see. Val did more damage, but Largo attacked first. We're going to let the fates decide.
But I look so tasty.
That's true. Alright, evens was Val, so it's Val. I love that I can just type VAL and it knows that I'm attacking you for 3 bludgeoning damage. Largo. 1 still in melee.
You said that it went by Holland. How far is Holland from me if I ran up on it?
Oh, he is still. See, he was 20 feet from you. He's just on the other side. So 10, 5 feet. Let's say.
Because you had
Yeah, he was coming around on the other side, so you
And
came
you
out.
had said the zombie was 20 feet from me, and you had said that Holland was 20 feet from me before.
Right,
So I'm
but
just trying
he's
to get the
off to the
logistics here.
side, so let's say 10 feet. Because it's angled.
Okay, so 5 feet between us.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, he'll just get 12.
Okay. So a little healing word goes your direction, Holland. Other one. And then you stab a zombie. Who sinks to the ground and does not rise again.
Yeah, eyes were a little greedy there, buddy. Yeah.
His death rattle is just zombie noises that almost sound like he's saying, I was just hungry. JK. 4 is on Holland, who just got 12 to come back, but is still prone. So he will take 8. You still have 4.
But doesn't go back down this time.
Surprisingly, despite critting.
True, true.
How much was I healed?
You have 4 hit points right now.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
JR zombie. Pet zombie that doesn't respect the no.
I tell it no as well.
It listens.
Can't
It's
you
like,
just tell
oh,
them all no? Can you please?
It like goes to bite you and it's like, oh, I didn't know.
Oh, this is a Minotaur. We don't
So
need Minotaurs. That's weird.
So Val, the one you were on, is down. So there are 2 on Holland and 2 on JR. 10 feet of movement to get to Holland, 20 to get to JR's.
I'll go for Holland's one since this is the big shenanigan, the sad,
Okay.
deathy times.
Good gosh. So he has 2 on him. You can pick from 4 or 8.
Let's go for 8.
Okie doke. Goodness, your rolls are on fire tonight.
I got friends to save, you know?
No kidding.
And then I'm going to do the bonus action unarmed.
Bonus action pop pop. My goodness.
What?
He threw that 8 in just for you.
Nice.
Appreciate it. Don't think I didn't notice.
It's because I was sassy and I feel bad about it.
He goes down briefly before raising back up, growling.
Okay, I'd like to...
Rage.
Great. I was saying the same thing. Oh, yes, please. Show us that secret level in Barbarian.
Ooh la. But you didn't tell me which one you're hitting.
I'll attack the lowest one.
The lowest.
Healthy looking one.
Okay.
I don't know. Whichever one looks the roughest, I'll just attack it with the rapier.
You praise them both briefly, and you decide they're both pretty ugly, but you're gonna go for this one.
And then can I offhand dagger that same one? For my bonus action?
Whoa, hold on.
Whoa.
Yes, you can. Just remember you don't add your modifier.
Right.
To damage.
D20.
To damage. To damage. You're still proficient.
Oh, so my to hit's still the same, but just my damage doesn't have a modifier.
Modifier.
Oh yeah.
God damn, dude.
It's a number.
What's your damage?
1. Oh, 2.
He comes back. Or she, you're not sure.
A
You
sigh
failed
of
your
annoyance.
you failed your nature check on these things. Haha. 8 is on Holland. I feel like. Oh no, never mind. Oh, I forgot to do it with advantage. Okay, with advantage. So 3 bludgeoning damage, leaving you at 1 glowing health point. Holland. 7 is on JR.
You know, I'm kind of starting to think that maybe Rebecca has it out for me today.
No, I have it out for everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm thinking the zombies are hungry. I'm thinking they don't want to hit JR. Maybe you should tell them no.
Yeah, you should just do what I do.
Speaking of, it is your turn, so you can stand up. Stop getting advantage attacks on you.
Well, I'm gonna stand up and
Say no, please.
I'm gonna make him make wisdom saves. I'm gonna target the one that keeps slapping me.
They all keep slapping
Make
you.
a save, wisdom.
I'm assuming this is Toll the Dead again?
Number 4.
But the spell is Toll the Dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just double checking. Oh, he's so good. He passes that. He passes like nothing. He kind of like wags a finger at you. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of my low charisma. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Largo.
I'm gonna run up to the one that Val hit.
Okay. He's a resilient mofo. Anything else for Largo?
I was looking. No, 1 second.
Okay, cool. Alright, number 4. 4, my lord. Ah, this one is on Holland. Ah, I think that puts you back down, my friend.
I am unconscious.
Okay.
Once again.
Yeah, you made a good choice choosing to attack this one. Because he really doesn't like you for some reason. 9 is on JR.
Is 9 still standing around watching?
No, 9 is attacking JR. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I guess he is really just standing around watching because he hasn't hit in like 4 turns. Val, you are on number 8.
He gonna get it.
X gonna give it to you.
He's gonna catch these hands.
All of them?
All of them, and a foot too.
I just want to point out it's been an hour and we're still in the same combat we were in from the
I
last
was
game.
just
I know.
looking at that earlier. I was like, what?
Now he's catching the foot.
Like one day we'll get a break, guys. I had so many plans for this session. We ain't doing any of them.
Well, I mean,
Ah, he stays
you
down.
could just use Holland as a knee shield.
That's what we have been doing.
Yeah.
JR, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm attacking number 9.
Go ahead. Try it. Try it, fam. No. It's still
Yeah.
attacks.
I'm gonna attack 9 again.
Hold on.
Unless it goes down temporarily.
It goes down permanently.
Okay.
But you also have number 7 on you. Come on, guys. There's only 2 standing.
I'm a stab.
Y'all got him outnumbered. All right, all right, all right. Making a comeback, kid. He grumbles something that sounds like, "How dare you make me bleed my own blood?" But in zombie. And he's gonna say, "You stabbed me, I can stab you." And he whams into you for 6 damage.
Ow.
Death save time. Okay. Largo time.
And which ones are left?
4 and 7. 4 is on Holland, the other side of him, and 7 is on JR.
And 4 is closer.
Yes. Indubitably. Stab.
I would like to point out that 3 times in a row I've gotten max damage with the dagger.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? I imagine you look at JR and you're like, uh-huh.
I've only done it 1 time in a row, but yeah, I'm definitely taking notes.
So the zombie comes back at you, Largo, that just stabbed him, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and you take 2 whole bludgeoning damage as it mins out.
Well, I'm down.
Are you really?
No, that's.
I was gonna say, there's no way.
I think like forever.
I was like, you can't have that low of an HP. You're not a wizard.
I'm going to go ahead and attack another on Holland.
Okay, you move over to number 4 with Largo.
Bonus action attack.
You don't have to. He's dead. Again.
Yeah, well, he was really being a jerk, so he got a little slap on the way down.
Like his eyes are rolling back in his head, and you're like, and that's for glaring at me. Bringing us to JR. JR, the only one left, is number 7. The only one standing between you and a bathroom break.
Kamehameha! Oh, wait. Oh, God.
Sorry, I don't see Kamehameha listed.
Ah!
Disadvantage because he's in melee range.
Damn it! Ah.
That's even better. So, he's gonna take that 6 force damage. And he says something about your hooves resembling that of a mountain goat. And you're gonna take 6 bludgeoning damage. Roly, roly, roly. Okay. Everything's fine. Largo.
You know, you say that.
Super fine.
Is somebody down?
Yeah, Helen's been down for 2 rounds.
Oh, I didn't know.
2 rounds, I
this.
believe.
Is he next to me at this point?
Yeah.
He gets 20 hit points.
He actually doesn't get any because that last one was a nat 1. And the one before it was a 5.
What?
Maybe I shouldn't have been rolling for y'all. I'm cursed.
Holland.
Hang on,
Well,
don't do
better
anything,
luck
Holland,
next
though,
time.
because... Hold on.
I'm cutting onions. That's the only reason. It's not a big deal.
We tried, buddy. We tried.
All of a sudden, JR trips and just absolutely
Hey,
stabs
it's a death saving throw, right?
It is.
Bountiful luck. It works for saving throws.
Let me see. Now, technically, it's not his turn anymore, but let me just see.
Yeah, but we also do the rolls in secret, so I didn't know it was a 1 to be able to use it.
That's true.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my attack, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you're doing research. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just thought I'd try.
He dies. He dies.
Yep.
Wow. Nice.
Okay, so I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. So I'm going to re-roll. Everybody hold your breath. Especially JR. Son of a bitch. It's a 20. You're back up with 1.
Wow.
And
Hooray.
just know for
And
next
Largo
time
winks.
that it needs to be on their turn.
Right, but I wouldn't have known it was a 1.
Yeah, you wouldn't have. So, but I will allow it this one time. Because I'm kind and merciful.
That's true.
Um,
I'm gonna run to the last one left, and I'm gonna give it a slice and a kick.
okay. Largo, did he get any extra healing on top of the one on your turn?
No,
Okay.
because I just went for the attack.
Hold on. I gotta math. Okay. Okay, JR. Okay, JR.
I'm typing. Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Go stab, stab, stab.
Y'all need to hold your horses. Okay, he didn't even have to do the second stab. Look at that.
But I do it anyways because that seems to be the theme.
You know what? It automatically hits when you do it anyways.
Yeah, we're in the danger mode. Our hearts know nothing but vengeance.
We actually almost lost somebody. So,
You did.
yeah. Forgive me for overreacting a little bit.
Whew. All right, that was scary. My hands are kind of shaking. So good job holding all y'all's breaths. Y'all brought Holland back from the brink.
1 hour, 20 minutes later.
You
We
finished the
finished.
one from last session that I think y'all did an hour and a half on.
Yeah, that's about right. An hour and a half. Yeah.
But did we die?
No, he didn't. Thanks to your bountiful luck. All right, guys.
Can't say it.
Let's take a 5-minute,
All right.
4-minute break now because all the JR's talk. No, I'm just kidding. Take a couple minutes breaks, and we'll be back in a few.
Woo! Sounds good. I was fixing to have to pick up a character sheet again. A new one.
A paladin just falls from the sky. No backstory, no reason whatsoever. He just falls.
That makes me think of Morrowind. When you're just walking and suddenly this maze, boom!
Yes. Like you get your athletics super high, and then you jump down and be like, "Hey, citizen!" Or yeah, the beginning. I forgot about that. Oh, Okay.
How mad would you be if my next character's name was RJ?
Spelled the same?
You can't be mad because that's already my character, so sorry.
Wait, what?
You could name your guy Sayadra. You could name him Lav.
Lav.
Yeah.
Drias Dala.
Okay.
Golar. Golar. Like human meat.
And then we all just swap characters, so no matter what, there's always a monk, a cleric, a bard.
Alright. Everybody back?
Yes.
C.
Dylan.
He might not be back yet.
Has anybody seen Assassination Classroom?
I tried to
No.
start it. I wasn't a big fan. Hey, you're back. You're back, Holland.
I am.
Okay. So let's put a pin in Assassination Classroom. And let's get back to the terror? The fun? I'll let you decide.
Assassination Campfire.
This is why you should be DM. Alright, so the last of the undead return to their eternal slumber. Their bodies littering your camp now. The fire hardly even a flicker at this point. Holland, it was still your watch. JR, Largo, you're feeling kind of like you definitely need more sleep. Val, you're gonna have to start your trance.
Maybe we should all just rest and try to get through the night.
Certainly not a bad idea. I'm pretty exhausted.
The boats are still over by the campfire, right?
Yes.
I'm going to drag one on land and try and flip it over.
You can do that easily enough. It's
And I'm going underneath.
it's cumbersome, but you can do that. You are skinny enough that you can get away with that without hitting the seats.
JR looks at you with very jealous eyes.
As he flexes his
Almost
beefy
judges
pecs.
Beefy.
Well, Lucifer would never fit, so whatever. I'll take first watch.
Yeah, I believe you had already taken your watch, so if you take another one...
Oh, that's fine then. If we're just continuing, I'll just crash out.
Yeah, as long as the battle doesn't take more than an hour, you can continue your long rest.
Well, it took like 3 or 4 hours.
Not literal hours, game hours.
Oh, okay.
Game hours, it was what? 3 minutes?
And we were going pretty fast, too.
That was a long 3 minutes, though. Like, ooh. It was like
Welcome
a
to
war
D&D.
movie.
Okay, so Holland, you want to finish your watch? And then wake up, I think it was Largo was the last watch.
I was.
Holland, you there? Okay, well, I'm gonna have you continue your watch.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you're there. You are there. Okay. During your watch, you kind of move some of the bodies away, downwind, as all their decomposition just kind of permeates the camp. And then, the end of your watch, you go to wake up Largo. But he doesn't wake up.
Largo doesn't wake up?
No,
Mm-mm.
I'm tired.
He's freaking tired, man. From
Okay.
carrying this team. Just kidding.
Well, I guess I'll stay on watch for another hour and then try and wake him again.
Okay, just so you know, if you continue watch past the 2 hours, you will lose the benefits of a long rest.
Is there somebody else I can wake? Or no?
Val or, well, JR would need his rest. Val does the trancy thing, but I think you got 3 hours already, Val?
Yeah, I did my watch, and then I had 2 watches in between.
You had JR's watch, and then you had Holland's.
Well,
So,
I guess I'll just forfeit the benefits of a long rest since I get my spells back on a short. And I'll just wait until it's the next person's watch.
well, you were the third watch, so there was only Largo's watch left.
Okay. Then I'll just take his. I'll forfeit a long rest.
You sure? You know Val usually only does trances. Of course, you'd have to flip the boat to get to him.
Doesn't he have to do more of a trance?
He only had to do one
Since
more
he was
hour.
interrupted?
He only had to do one more hour, which the end of your watch would have done that. That you know of. I would assume y'all been together for
Or
2
no
years.
watch gets taken, and we just pass out. No watch.
There's also that.
What was that?
You could also do what Jay said and nobody takes watch and you all just sleep.
Val suggested it, then hid under a boat.
Yeah.
I'll just forfeit a long rest because I don't really need it.
Okay. If you want hit points back, you'll have to roll whatever hit die you have left from your short rest.
Yeah,
You'll definitely get your short
I
rest.
have all my hit die. I haven't used any yet.
Wonderful. Wunderbar. JR, Largo, y'all had horrible nightmares all night. It was the worst sleep you've ever had. Mechanics wise, you got your long rest, but you both have disadvantage on all skill checks and a strong hankering for pie.
Wow.
Val's gonna kind of climb out from under the boat and be like, "Well, that was the night and a half after a day that felt like a week."
Largo and JR look strongly depressed, and Holland has hollow, big, deep circles under his eyes.
But I know what will cheer you up. Guess what I have?
JR just sheepishly, slowly looks your direction.
And I bust out a pie. I know how much y'all like them. You seem to be kind of obsessed. So I brought pie.
If I remember correctly, you got boysenberry, raspberry, and cream. Does that sound right?
That does sound right. Along with just some regular food, because, people got to eat real stuff, not just pie. I assume. I don't know about short spans.
Looks pointedly at JR and Largo. Not just pie.
If you've ever seen like a minotaur drool from just being hungry, it just kind of like goes down what little chin hair he has. It's just like, that looks pretty good. Mind if I get a slice?
Yeah, please. I brought it for y'all. Enjoy.
Yeah, these are like little individual serving pies. They're a little smushed, but otherwise unharmed.
I'm gonna try and eat as small amount as I need to sate my hunger.
Which of these three will you go for?
The cream one.
Okay, your hands kind of shake as you reach out towards Val's pie that they're holding out, and you bring it to your lips greedily, but it just tastes like ash in your mouth.
JR tries to take a big swallow, and he just gives a big smile and thumbs up. You sure are thoughtful, man.
Val will eat rations, and I already marked it off.
Sounds good. Val pulls out a little crusty bread, and some cheese, some stale cheese, and spreads it. He's like, yum. Now what?
We have some toys to shop for, and a winery we should maybe one day go.
Well, kind of wanted to stop by, as JR's kind of wiping his mouth. Oh, what was his name? Bruto?
Bluto.
Hold on. Bluto. Over by, Bluto's house. God, why do I feel so awful?
I mean,
Probably because you killed somebody.
yeah, after everything we've done, should we really break into his house too?
Nah, I'm not thinking that.
As you all sort of look back in the direction of town, you see a thin plume of smoke rising up.
Uh, I mean, when I asked Bluto, or oh wait, hold on. Let me just retract that. Well, remember when we had talked to Milivoj? He had mentioned something about the coffin maker.
Yeah, that's why I had the kid show us how to get there.
I mean, at Bluto's house. We really needed to confront Bluto, but he seemed kind of drunk. We might be able to check out that cart outside his house.
When y'all went by his house, there was no cart.
Oh, there was no cart by his house.
That's correct.
What are you doing?
Stuff.
Nanya.
Important stuff.
What are you doing?
That's
what
the
everybody
important
wants to know.
question.
This feeling.
Maybe we should mull all that over, but I feel bad about taking advantage of the hospitality at the inn without us ever looking into what they wanted. We did tell them we would.
Well, that's true. I didn't exactly want to start anything with the coffin maker right when we saw it first, especially not in front of the kid. Part of the reason why we kind of just left. I'm sure nobody wanted to start anything.
I'll be right back.
Holland's gonna T-pose and follow you wherever you go until he gets back.
Uh, yeah, let's stop by the winery then. And if we come across a coffin maker, we could talk to him.
So you know that the winery was outside of town, at least a day's travel, back out the other side of town that y'all came in on.
Which is why we were trying to do stuff in town.
Unless you meant the inn instead of the winery?
I think Val had mentioned wanted to help out the inn by going to the winery.
Okay.
Val, what do you think about it all?
I'm pretty open minded as long as we keep that in mind. You know, we did tell them. So eventually we'll have to go for it. But we could look for toys for now, go with what we first had. Or really anything. I'm open.
I wonder if that coffin maker might be back at the church. You think, Largo?
I'm sorry that took longer than I expected.
It's okay, you didn't miss anything.
We're indecisive.
What's going on?
We have a few things, a few missions. First one is confronting the coffin maker. There's also the reason that we had kind of come this direction were the toys. And finally, there's the winery. That's 1 day's travel outside town to help out the Blue Water Inn.
Well, the toys should be easy to get. And we could probably check the winery out. I mean, it's not like we can't. Though I am a little tired.
What if we looked for toys while going to confront the coffin maker, and then we head out to go ahead and, take care of the winery afterwards?
Deal.
Sounds like a plan, man.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
I mean, oh my god. Well, just something about you.
No, it's
I
a
don't know.
Minotaur thing. That's cool.
Yeah,
Or groovy, if
it's
y'all say that. I don't know.
kind of. I don't know. Yeah, definitely a thing we say. He looks away real quick.
I can just see Val doing the like half-hearted peace sign. Groovy.
JR totally forgot that Val had mentioned something about this.
Not cool, bro. Okay.
Back into town we go.
All right. As you head away from Lake Zarovich, heading back towards town, the plume of smoke that you had seen before, as you get closer, it grows larger, and it's clear to you as you step through the gates that it's coming from somewhere in town, the western side of town.
Should we investigate?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'll start heading for the smoke.
So you head southwards into town along the main road, and as you walk through the town, it's strangely quiet. Blocky was never a bustling place, but it was definitely more bustling than Barovia, for instance. Um, you pass Bluto's house. His neighbor next door had been arranging some potted plants. These plants are and pots are smashed upon the ground. Watcher House stands quiet, looming over both of them. You reach the main road. As you turn onto the west, towards the westward side of town, you see there's a great many people huddled around the entrance to the inn. Danica's there, and you see her ladling out bowls of soup to people that seem shocked, weary, frustrated. A large array of emotions ripple down the line, but none of them good. You see many are wounded, hastily bandaged. One at a time, you hear her say. There's plenty for everybody. One woman is just quietly weeping in line. She doesn't even seem to notice that she's doing it as tears run down her face and drip onto the ground below. Continue past.
Uh, Maybe we should find out what's going on.
Dude.
Sorry, Largo, I didn't catch that.
Indeed.
How would you like to do that?
I'd like to approach Danica.
She looks up at you and she goes, "You'll have to wait in line like the rest."
No, it's not that. It's what's going on here?
She looks surprised. She's got deep circles under her eyes, not unlike Holland. She goes, "Oh, you weren't in town last night?"
We were out running errands.
There was an attack on the church.
Oh, is everyone all right? What happened? What happened?
No, not everyone is all right. The Father Yeska Milivoj, even poor Wilhelmina, what she was doing there at that time of night. Some of the villagers thought it would be safe, that the ground was holy ground, but the devil's minions, they swarmed from east to west. They tore up the town. She kind of nods off in the direction of the smoke. She goes, "That smoke is what's left of the church."
Largo will start running towards the smoke.
Val will instantly follow.
Holland, JR?
Last question.
And follow.
What minions? Or what form did the minions take?
She whispers, looking fearfully down the line. She leans in. Vampires.
And JR takes off running.
Okay. When you reach the church, it is a smoked out shell of what it was. The beautiful stained glass, shattered in every window. Smoke rises oily and black from the remnants of the flames. But there are no flames left. Just a smoldering ruin. You see some villagers have gathered bodies, roughly 30 or 40 of them, and they're trying to hold a mass burial. You see the body of Father Lucian dragged out of the church by one such villager and added to the pile.
I'll run over and investigate his body.
You see his throat has been torn away. His eyes stare sightlessly in horror.
And do many of the other victims look similar?
There's a variety of wounds, but they all seem to have been made by either claws or sharp teeth. Some of the villagers glance up at you as you inspect the bodies, but nobody says anything. You do see some of the villagers kind of mumbling to themselves and muttering angry looks on their face.
I suppose Largo would start trying to help.
They allow you to. Or at least they don't stop you. As you go in, you see the body of Yeska, the young boy that Holland had given a gold piece to, slumped behind one of the pews, next to his outstretched finger. You see a smear where a much larger body, adult-sized, had been dragged. Just next to the smear, you kind of see a word.
Try to read it.
Kresk, it says, before it smears.
Kresk?
Kresk. I put it in important info, just ignore the code.
Okay.
Can Val go up and try to lift the tiny body?
Absolutely, it's no effort. He weighs almost nothing.
I'll take him out. I don't want him to be dragged.
He's light as a feather in your hands, and gaping wound in his abdomen is the only sign of trauma. Those of you still outside, you hear the rumble from the villagers talking amongst themselves get louder and angrier.
I want to try and overhear what most of them are talking about.
Absolutely. Make a perception check.
Can I also listen in?
You sure can. JR, remember that you do have disadvantage.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I did it in the wrong channel.
That's okay. I'll let you keep it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I feel real benevolent now that I looked at the number.
You want me to roll again?
Nah, I already told you can keep it, so it would be unfair to let you roll
Okay.
again. So
Sounds
JR,
good.
Holland, you're not really able to get much. It just sounds like the buzzing of angry hornets. JR standing a little taller and blending in a little more with your fur and whatnot. You're able to hear a few snippets of words. The Baron, Fault, Strahd, which you know is outlawed.
Where are the bodies being drug off to?
They're dragged just to the side, which is a cemetery, and this is where most of the villagers are. A few are helping bury, and a few are standing off. Looks like they're taking a break, but they're also talking amongst themselves angrily.
Uh, JR is gonna try and blend in and help, and just keep listening. Just try not to engage too much.
Okay. Just kind of keeping your head down and ear open. But with your 12, that's what you get.
Oh, that's fine.
You might get them a couple times repeated over.
I'm gonna take the body outside and look for an empty space and look for a shovel.
Okay. Most of the bodies are being lined up right now, like in a row. While some of the villagers are digging, because obviously there wasn't enough graves.
Oh yeah, but like, it just doesn't feel right to Val to kind of just leave him with bodies, you know? So he's gonna look for like along where they're digging and all in areas, but like go to a spot and try to get a shovel of their own and start putting in the work.
Okay, so you set him, the body of Yeska, gently under a tree and grab a shovel from one of the men that's being helped out of a grave. Go, let me take over. And he gladly gives it to you, sweat and dirt running in rivulets down his face. He joins the others, and now, JR, Holland, both of you can hear. It's the Baron's fault. He said he'd keep us safe. The grumbles are getting louder. He said his festivals would keep the devil away.
I don't like this. I'm gonna try and get as close to JR as I can and say maybe we shouldn't be in the middle of this.
Uh,
One of the men loudly throws down his shovel and he goes, "This is the Baron's fault! His stupid festivals brought the devil in our midst." Another person, she yells, "Yeah, the devil! The devil Strahd!" There's a little uneasiness as she says his name, which has been outlawed in Vallaki for a while now. Then they start chanting it. "Yeah! Strahd! This is the Baron! The Baron's fault! He didn't protect us! He said he would protect." This has grown into a mob now. People are being pulled out of graves and they're joining together, swirling about. As I said earlier, the sounds of angry hornets has just grown and it's buzzing, and you see the mob mentality just taking over all of these villagers' faces, and you see anger and hatred growing, and they've all thrown down their tools and they begin to make their way out of the cemetery.
JR's gonna try and call out. It's not the Baron's fault.
You sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that?
That's
Sorry, I'm thinking about my decision here. Just give me a second.
The fury is growing. You see reason has left this mob's mentality. You see one guy.
Never mind.
Okay, so you don't want to do it? You can do it.
You know what? Let me go for it anyways. I'm gonna try and go for a persuasion.
Okay, you will have disadvantage, which you already had, so
I mean, if I fail, they're already pissed off, so they're just gonna
they're just gonna what?
stay pissed off.
Maybe. Oh, honey,
Oh,
that's
what?
a 1.
Hold on, that's the wrong perception.
That's perception. Okay, you're good.
Perception.
Ooh, that was gonna be bad. And what do you say to try to persuade them? Just the bear. It wasn't the Baron's fault.
Yeah. The Baron did everything he could.
Brick Clod hits you in the face. You take 2 bludgeoning damage from the stones inside of it. He goes, "Get out of here, outsiders! Yeah! It's because we let outsiders in!" The crowd is now turning on you.
JR leaves. Like he doesn't want any of this fight and leaves.
Okay. Your back is hit by a stone for 4 bludgeoning. As you take off, and you hear the jeering from the crowd. And seeing you take off, they're kind of patting themselves on the back, and they're like, "Yeah, this is the Baron's fault." And they take off toward back the way that you had come from originally. And then you hear a voice, a woman's voice. "Oh my, that could have been bad for you." And you see this dark-skinned woman step out of the church, smiling.
Do I recognize this person?
No. You've never seen her before.
Would it be safe to approach her without getting too close to the crowd?
Yeah, the crowd is. It's like you walking away, so they're like, "Yeah," and they're walking away in a totally different direction. They're pretty much out of earshot at this point.
Gonna cast message and communicate with her.
Let me see.
120 foot.
Well, let me look at the details of the spell, because I know some spells there you have to know the person pretty well. Okay, it just says
It's one
it's
willing
range.
creature.
You say willing creature?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they just have to be willing.
No, it's toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
Just
I posted it.
okay, just a moment. I stopped to check on something. Not spell related. And what do you message her?
She said that could end it badly for me.
That almost ended badly for you.
I will respond with why aren't you joining them?
She looks at you, slightly amused. She goes, "You do realize we're standing within feet of each other. There's no need for theatrics." And she her grin grows. You see her incisors end in sharp points.
I'll cast message again. Really just trying not to call attention to myself is all.
She looks around and she goes, "That particular danger has passed."
Do you know why this happened? Do you know more about all this?
Her smile grows even bigger and she licks her lips and she says, "Because I made it happen." It's good to remind the little people who's actually in charge around here. And she walks closer towards you.
I won't cast message this time. I'll just regularly speak with her, since I'm sure the crowd is moving.
It's gone. Like I said, it was already out of earshot at the time that you started.
Okay. So all of this is for what do you gain out of this?
What my husband wills, I make happen. And she's
I'm
standing.
sorry.
She's standing a few
Say that
feet
again.
from you at this point.
Well, who's your husband?
She laughs a little. You haven't guessed by now? Count Strahd von Zarovich is my husband.
Oh, and like just the color from JR's face just kind of starts leaving.
Speaking of what my husband wants, she reaches into the pocket of her dress and she pulls out 4 envelopes stamped with a sigil. I believe he has a message for you. And she hands them to you. And you see your names written across each one. Holland, JR, Largo, Valadrius.
What was your name?
Oh, how rude of me. I know your names, but you don't know mine. I am Ludmila Vilosavnik.
Please drop in important information.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna try and spell that.
Well, we're not there, Val.
Yeah, no, that was just, dust on the wind whispering across.
Metagaming pigeon. Ludmila Vilosavik.
JR's just gonna kind of take a step back. Pleasure to meet you. Absolutely.
You just don't know how much.
Hey, you know, if we could just get out of here, that would be great. Barovia and all.
She kind of twirls and she goes, "Why would you ever want to leave?"
I'm just curious why we're even here in the first place, honestly. Like, I know we were invited, but for what purpose?
She laughs and she goes, "Well, maybe you should read your letter." She points the letter in your hand. I'm sure that would clear something's up. And then she turns into bats and drifts away.
JR is just gonna kind of watch the guys for a minute, trying to like process all this information before he approaches them. What was Holland doing on at this time? Was he helping?
He had come closer to you and said maybe we should leave. And then you walked away from him when you approached Ludmilla. Who's just been standing there, as far as I know, since nobody interjected.
Okay. As soon as she's gone for about a few good seconds, JR slowly kind of turns around to look for Holland. He just, Holland? Holland?
He seems to be
JR
in
just kinda-
shock. Oh, no, there he is.
I'm here, but I'm not in the clearing anymore. I went to find Largo.
Ah, okay.
So as he says this, turns around, Holland's not there. He starts to kind of jog/run towards Holland, Largo, Val.
Okay.
Catches up, just breathing heavily. Oh, guys.
What's going on?
I met he's just gonna kind of like really lower his voice. I met Strahd's wife. Or she claimed to be Strahd's wife, and she turned into bats. She gave me these letters. It was a lot, but she didn't tell me much.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that information, but if you're handing me something, I guess I'll take it.
Okay. He hands you.
On his and
Yes, he hands you a letter with your name written on the outside.
Okay.
I'll hand Lardo his if he's nearby, or if he's right there.
Stamped.
Val.
Yeah, stamped. Yeah, y'all would have all three been together. Stamped into the ink is this crest. Into the wax, not the ink.
How far along am I on this grave?
Not very far. This didn't take much time. Though it was mostly done.
I'll be concentrating completely on finishing it before I do anything or acknowledge anything.
Okay. So Largo and Holland, you are handed letters with your names on the outside.
Okay.
Is it
I'll
that
keep
time?
my.
Is
Y'all all three
What
said
was
that at
that?
once. What was that?
I said, is it that time?
It sure is. Y'all would have all
Oh
received
man.
letters in the mail, and these letters you can now open.
I didn't get anything in the mail.
You got something delivered.
Is it the one that says "Do not open until told to in game"?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh
Fine.
man, I'm upset y'all are getting to open it. I'm not at home right now, so I
That
don't have it
explains the
with me.
distractions.
So I'll just keep mine on me.
Jay, after reading yours, if you'll bring it over here, I forgot to save a copy for myself. I'll read it aloud. Val, you finish up just as they're cracking the seals on theirs. Just for time's sake.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Well then,
You want to bring it over here, Jay?
yeah.
Val, you've climbed out of the hole and you were handed an envelope with your name on it too, which you don't like.
Honestly, Val would just like kind of set it to the side of the hole while getting out and just start putting the dirt on.
And it does look like some of the words faded, but this is what it says. Val, I'm gonna kick you into private chat for a little bit until the red letter's read.
Sounds good.
My friends, I would like to apologize for shirking my duties as a proper host. My position affords me little luxury of time, and while that is no excuse for neglecting my guests so, I should wish to remedy this. I bid you dine at my castle so that we may introduce ourselves in civilized surroundings. Your passage to Ravenloft will be a safe one, rest assured. Do dress for the occasion. I am more than pleased to provide evening wear, should you require it. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich. Welcome back.
Woo!
Well, that letter was creepy. I don't know if I want to meet this Strahd guy again.
Just shoveling dirt.
Do, 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 do. This is a good point to go ahead and just take our last little break for the night and digest what you just read.
Okay.
We'll be back
Sounds
at 8:30.
good.
We need some intermission music.
It would just be mana mana.
Drumming my pain with his fingers.
But
I'm just gonna start singing through the whole intermissions, like everyone. I'll just pick a song.
That's a freebie.
Please do. Please do.
Yes.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Maybe. If
All
I
right.
don't keep getting knocked unconscious.
All right. Is everybody back?
Yup.
I know I heard Holland, JR, and Val.
I don't know about Largo.
Huh?
Hey! He is here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always here. I never leave.
You gotta get up and walk around a little, okay?
Yeah, but he has.
I deal with the baby.
headphones. Plus baby.
This is true. He gets plenty of exercise. Okay, so let's get back to it. Val continues to throw dirt down on top of Yeska's corpse, while Holland, JR, and Largo read and reread the letters they've been given. It's a bit loud.
Well, he certainly seems happy to host. What do y'all think?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what that was.
He said, he certainly seems happy to host. What do y'all think?
I didn't know he was our host.
Well, up to now, we didn't really know much.
Maybe he can give some more insight into why we're here and why there's so many vampires around. Though, with what JR said, and his wife is a vampire, I think we already have guessed that he's also a vampire.
I mean, you probably wouldn't be wrong.
I have a question. Did my charisma go back up to its full amount, or no?
Let's see, it was from the demon last time.
Yeah, I think it's a long rest. So, and I did get the full benefit of a long rest, so probably not. But I wanted to check just in case.
Let me double check. My internet's really slow. I wonder why.
That's okay.
Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. It was a short or long rest, so it will be back up.
So I have it back?
Yes, sir. The letter seems to have stymied you.
I don't know, what should we do, guys?
Well, probably finish burying these bodies.
Largo looks over at JR and, like, for the first time since yesterday, kind of looks at him softly instead of harsh. I agree.
Largo will remember this.
Exactly.
So yeah, definitely burying bodies and trying to take care of the business that the angry mob left behind.
Okay.
I will help out with digging any holes that need to be dug.
Val, are you just waiting until you finish with Yeska's body, or are you gonna move on to the rest of the bodies?
Just Yeska.
Okay. So there's quite a few people, but some of the work was already done. So 4 of you working together, it will take the rest of the day before it gets done. But Val, it'll just take you about another hour to finish Yeska's to a decent amount.
Afterward, Val will just kind of kneel down and sit on their.
So you kneel in the grave dirt. JR, will you give Val their letter now?
Yeah, sorry.
Val, quietly up next to you, JR approaches and silently holds out the letter to you. You see your name written in a flourish across the top.
I'll just kind of tears down the cheeks, not looking at JR, but say towards him, what if they were right? I mean, what if it is us? What good have we done wherever we've gone lately?
You know, I almost started blaming myself. Almost got trapped. But you got to keep in mind too, man. I mean, we didn't come here because we wanted to be here. We can't
I
leave
did.
anytime we want. Oh well, Largo did. We kind of did. But we
I
also
came
kind of
because I felt a calling.
the call.
I mean, it was a portal. You didn't have to step through it.
Right.
Y'all are ruining the moment. I'm just kidding.
That's the point.
The voices in JR's head. The voices in JR's head right now. It's just all over the place. Oh yeah, okay. No, I got. It's just that. No, that is a good point.
Okay. Continue.
uh, it's not like we can leave anytime we want. You know, we can't just go around blaming ourselves.
I just don't see how any of this has made anyone's lives better. What if we're not the heroes here?
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I mean,
And now with this letter, it sounds like we're only here because he wanted us here. Now it's like, well, is this why he wanted us here?
exactly that. only here because he wants to host. That's the only reason? Kind of sick, man. There's got to be a better purpose.
I guess I just don't know anymore. I used to think that we had something to go for, we had something to do. But now it just feels so cloudy and strange, and I just don't understand any of it.
JR's gonna do a little. He's gonna pull out Lucifer and start playing for Val. To the tune of Simple Man.
Val will kind of stand up and put a hand on the shoulder of JR and say very softly, "Do you think we could find some balloons? He just wanted them so bad."
Oh.
I think that would definitely be that would be a good idea to find some balloons along the way. Only fair.
And Val will just kind of sink onto JR's side with arm around, just have a little cry.
JR, try and keep playing.
There's a moment.
JR.
There's a moment. There's a little plunk.
It's those Tinder moments that turn you into a Pokemon, you know?
That little plunk. Missed note at one point, but you power through and you finish the song for a weeping Val. Then you go back to burying bodies, which is all you can do right now. Well, at least it's something.
After we've kind of buried the bodies, JR will stand back. You know, this has really changed my outlook on a lot of things. On just makes me miss home, you know? Miss the better times when I didn't feel like such a bad guy.
It's dark outside now. You don't hear much around town. It's especially quiet, except for the bugs and the birds. The caw of a raven echoes out across the cobblestones. And Holland, Nargo, and JR need y'all to make a wisdom save. In the dice room, please.
Y'all were ready.
Yep.
Colin, did you have any pie left?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I told y'all to track it.
I don't believe so.
Find yourself sucking on your fingers, imagining there's pie there, but coming back disappointed.
What was that last part that you said?
But coming back disappointed. You now have disadvantage on all skill checks.
Okay.
JR, Largo, you still feel sad. You really want pie, but you also feel really sleepy.
I'm gonna whisper over to Largo, out of earshot of Holland and Val. Hey, I didn't mention earlier, but I had some of that pie that Val gave, and it was pretty bad, man.
Well, yeah,
Like,
it's
just
not a meat pie.
no, it tasted like ash and maybe dirt.
Yeah, I'm sure it was gross. We need meat pie. I want a meat pie.
Yeah, I've definitely been craving it too, honestly. When we're, I don't know if we should just leave now and just go sneak out and just go get some, or if we could
Do you
just
think the old
hold out.
lady's here with her meat pie?
Oh, they're in Barovia? We'd have to go travel to go get meat pie.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, it's really messing me up.
Yeah, I can't wait to find some more.
I was gonna try and talk that angry crowd down, but all I could think was pie, 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 meat pie.
I'm going to snack on some rations, see if that will get me a little distracted from trying to nibble on my fingers.
You chew on a few rations. It's like chewing cud, basically. And you're just chewing, and none of the flavor is satisfying. You think it'll hold you, but that delicious, meaty, juicy, warm pie with the pecans and the gravy and that's all you can think about. Your mouth waters as you think about it.
When I'm alone, can I try casting Lesser Restoration on myself?
You sure can. What you trying to? Oh, I see. Let's see. You cast it, but your addiction is still strong.
Okay.
Do y'all want to say some words for these people that we buried?
I'm gonna go over to the graves of each one and say a prayer.
Any particular kind of prayer?
Not really. Just pretty much one to help the fallen rest.
Okay, and do you have a god or anything that you follow?
I do. My character does, but I haven't gotten around to the deity yet. For some reason.
I'm doing the line face. Okay. Well, you'll just say a very non-denominational prayer for the dead at rest.
It's Tempest.
Tempest. Okay. So you say a small prayer to Tempest, asking that these souls can rest and shelter in their hand. You repeat this about 30 times.
Anything to keep me from trying to eat my fingers.
Anything to take your mind off of it. After everybody's finished, what did you do?
I do what I know, and I do a very kind of somber performance for the dead.
And after that?
I'll wait for Largo.
I'm good.
Do y'all think we should head out to the winery this late, or?
No, I'm quite tired.
I think we should see if there's an inn around. I'll pay if anybody would like to stay there.
Well, I believe the orphanage would let us stay also.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Just off the top, how long does Val think it would be to travel back to that spot in the forest, where the giant, well, now that I know is a mage, went?
It would take 3 or 4 hours.
Okay, not viable.
It took you about 2 hours to come in on the other side of the lake, and then about an hour to get around the lake. So 3, and then you had to go up the mountain a little bit. So 3.5 probably. So which way do y'all head?
I'll follow everybody else. Either way, I'll buy or I'll just stay at the orphanage with everybody else.
Do you think they'd really want to see us again so? I mean, it might be something they're trying to avoid.
Rebecca, correct me if I'm wrong, but she did invite us to stay the night.
She did. She said anytime you need shelter, you were welcome.
And Largo will remind y'all of that.
Well,
I know, Val, that we haven't done a lot of good, but we have done at least one thing good.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
make your way towards the orphanage. You see a single solitary light on at the orphanage. From the position, you'd guess it was the headmistress's office. Will you knock on the front door or
Yes.
walk in? Okay. So Largo knocks on the door. And a moment later, Claudia Belasco, headmistress of the orphanage, opens the door. She's dressed in a thick dressing gown. Her hair, what was once in a tight bun, loose down her back. And she goes, "Oh," looks at you. "Come in, come in. At least they didn't come here." And she'll stand out of the doorway and hold the door open for you.
I am glad for that, and I'll walk in.
She shakes her head sadly as y'all trot in, covered in dirt and sweat and despair. "Well, let's get you taken care of." And that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Another session of barely not dying.